pointless lie because they cannot cope with reality. Don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. But I think
it's wonderful that you have the courage of your unconviction to question the whole situation. To risk losing your friends just because you don't believe what they are telling you. How do you feel about that?
Well, it was very difficult, obviously, because...
Well, it must have been. I think you spoke for many of us when you were quoted in the Jerusalem Times with the now famous words, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my fingers where the nails were and put my hand in his side, I will not believe it." Do you think that you have had any effect on your fellow disciples to help them come to terms with Jesus' death?
No, not really. You see...
Fascinating. You see, this is just the kind of grand illusion that we love to pull to bits here on Skeptic's Corner. Isn't it amazing that those who actually saw Jesus brutally executed want to see him again so much that they have actually created for themselves some form of alternate reality in which Jesus has, preposterous I know, risen from the dead?
Yes, well, you see, I did think that up until the day before yesterday.
Excuse me?
I said...
No, I heard you. What happened yesterday?
Well, I was with the other disciples trying to help them get sense and to get them to see the futility of all this when, well, it's a bit difficult, actually. There he was, right in front of me.
Who?
Jesus, of course. He appeared right there. It took me completely by surprise, I can tell you that.
I know the feeling.
But after the initial surprise, I felt like a real idiot. It wasn't exactly what I had been expecting. I really felt embarrassed.
I know exactly what you mean.
Because he said, "Thomas, have a good look. Put your fingers into the nail marks of my hand and into my side." He knew exactly what I had said before. I was so ashamed that I hadn't believed the others.
Thomas, if I can...
I mean, it's a bit difficult to believe that someone's dead when he's stood right there in front of you chewing on a piece of fish.
A piece of fish?
Yeah, I think it was a fish. And then you see, the full realization dawned on me. He was alive. I was bowled over. This isn't just anyone back from the dead, I thought. This is God's Son.
Well, I'm afraid that...
And then he said to me, "You believed because you've seen me." I thought, I can't fault you on that, Jesus. But then he said something very interesting, perhaps particularly appropriate for your viewers.
Oh, really? What was that?
He said, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Seeing isn't always believing, you know.
What an interesting perspective. That's fascinating, but I'm afraid that's all the time we have this week. I thank you for coming on the show, I guess. Goodbye.